The world revolves on money, yet it can't bring you happiness. While money is king, it is also the root of all evil. It's not simple to maintain a healthy relationship with money, and being financially savvy isn't something that just happens. It's a skill that is taught, learned, and hopefully retained. Today, in this video, we'll talk about the 15 things that people who are smart enough with money don't do. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe to see more videos like this. Let's get started. Number 1. Paying for full price. We've all seen it. Someone gushing about their latest high-end purchase. It was so important to them that they paid a full price to be the first to get their hands on it. Finally, the public will know how much they spent as if it were some kind of show. Look, there are a few issues with this behavior, like being insecure. However, we're talking about how folks who are good with money manage their finances here. They compare prices. If they can find a better offer, you can bet they'll try to negotiate one. Dumb money stinks when you pay the whole price. Number 2. Upgrading for nothing. Upgrades aren't a bad idea, but it's a waste of money if you upgrade merely to upgrade. There's nothing wrong with making a new buy if it's going to benefit you or make your life or work easier. In other words, if the increased benefits are insignificant, don't bother. That extra financial burden is not worth it if you don't see much of an improvement in your life. Number 3. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. As Dr. Seuss so brilliantly stated, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind. How does that apply to finances? Trying to compete with people who have no meaning for you is a waste of your time and money. Both of those are valuable resources. People that are wise with their money do not spend it to impress others. Keep your thoughts to yourself and let others do the same. There will be a win-win situation for both of you. And if you need a refresher on what it means to mind your own business, try reading a classic book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Number 4. Buy friendship. Do you have a friend who always wants to buy a round of drinks for the entire bar? Or the person who insists on paying the club's entrance fee for everyone? Perhaps these folks are simply giving, but more often than not, they're only spending money to gain status among their friends. We're not saying you should never put the cost for yourself and your pals, but financially savvy folks know when and where to do so. Number 5. Leverage affection. Buying friendships and keeping up with the Joneses have already been discussed. So, what exactly do we mean when we say affection? The relationship you're in may not be going well. Concerned that your lover is going to give up and walk away, you feel frightened or worried. So, you begin to buy their love. To keep the connection, you spend a lot of money on fancy dinners, gifts, or anything else that you think would keep the other person happy. Right away, we run into 2 issues. First, I think someone who's still with their partner purely for financial gain, like a person who you give gifts to, is an extremely selfish person. Secondly, if you have to buy the relationship, it will never work. Spend that money on treatment instead of something like that. At the very least, it's a smart decision that will benefit you even if the relationship fails. Number 6. Buying for the sake of luxury. Many people don't realize that billionaires don't buy private planes to take selfies and get an instant dopamine rush. No, they're thrifty with their money and realize that saving time equals saving money. There is a distinction between luxury and convenience, and billionaires are well aware of it. Private jets and helicopter rides to the airport may appear to be extra, but they are only for convenience, purchasing time, and perhaps a little pleasure now and then. Number 7. Choose cheaper alternatives. Invest on the highest quality item that you can manage to pay for while still remaining frugal. When it comes to purchasing less expensive options, we are all aware of the hazards that are involved. It doesn't stay around for very long. Because of the defects in the return policy, you will need to replace it earlier than you would have otherwise. Nevertheless, as one person put it, you should always get the best that you can afford. Number 8. Waste energy. Our homes consume a significant amount of energy, and it would not be prudent to pay exorbitant sums of money every month to cover the cost of this power consumption. Instead, financially savvy individuals made the move to energy-efficient alternatives a long time ago and continue to monitor their energy consumption in order to keep their usage under control. Even though we are not advising you to invest tens of thousands of dollars in solar panels or to switch your entire home over to using green energy, we are advising you to make some minor adjustments so that you may begin saving a little bit of money each month. Both your bank account and Mother Nature will be grateful to you. Number 9. Buy into hype. Who sold their house to invest in crypto when the price was at an all-time high because they watched the value of Bitcoin rise? Look, by the time anything hits mainstream hype level, it's already too late if your crazy uncle knows about it. When it comes to money, those that know what they're doing have already been there and done that. Instead of succumbing to hype, intelligent individuals prefer to be the ones who create it. Number 10. Add-ons. It is time to give an unequivocal rejection to any and all add-ons. When the salesperson for the automobile asks if you want paint and fabric protection, you respond by saying that you do not. The flight attendant inquires as to whether you would like to purchase an additional baggage allowance. You decline the offer. You decline the offer of an extended warranty on that brand new laptop as well. Your child wants more allowance. Don't give it to them too. Alright, we may just be kidding on that one, but you get the point. Number 11. Buying versus renting. Renting is becoming a more popular choice than purchasing a home for many people. We understand that renting provides individuals with more flexibility, as well as relieving them of the responsibility of worrying about any necessary minor or significant repairs. The uniqueness of each rental might be attributed to the many conditions that apply. Nevertheless, the same is true when you purchase a piece of real estate. It's possible to put a significant amount of money into something, only to find out in the end that it was a waste of money. Number 12. Mistakes. So what do we want to point out here? People will frequently attempt to complete a task themselves, either to save money or to preserve their reputation. Whatever the cause, it almost always fails. It's time to enlist the help of a professional after the batch work at hand. Now, not only do you have to pay for the job, but you've also squandered your time, money, and dignity. People that are financially savvy do not need to hire someone to remedy their mistakes. Instead, they focus on their strengths while outsourcing their flaws. Number 13. Believe in state-sponsored retirement. This one could be a nasty surprise for anyone over the age of 50, but financially savvy individuals are aware that state-sponsored retirement accounts are not the savior that has been portrayed. 46% of Americans are at risk of not being able to meet their living expenses during retirement, according to a 2020 study by Fidelity Investments. This indicates that a large number of individuals are relying on the government to provide for them in their old age. However, are you truly convinced that things will transpire in this manner? Because we're not. Intelligent individuals do not invest in retirement. In fact, many individuals never intend to retire. Instead, they concentrate on accumulating permanent wealth. Number 14. Diamonds. A show on Netflix explored the world of diamonds, from their origins to how they became a status symbol. Millennials and financially astute individuals avoid diamonds. This money asserts that when you purchase diamonds, you are actually participating in an unregulated market. It's hazardous. Thus, many would rather invest in experiences, property deposits, or education. Number 15. Buy the first house they like. Being able to finally purchase the home for yourself is thrilling and certainly cause for celebration. People that are wise with their money, on the other hand, never buy the first house that meets all of their criteria. Individuals with a lot of money will systematically make offers on 10 or more homes, frequently below the asking price, in order to obtain the greatest bargain on what they want. Before you argue that lowballing a seller is disrespectful, think again. Everyone can go on with their life if the seller isn't interested in the offer. However, that lowball offer is sometimes accepted, and people who are financially savvy recognize this. That's all for this video. Let this list serve as a reminder of where you shouldn't be putting your hard-earned cash. Anyway, we're just curious. Have you ever thrown money at a problem in the hopes that it will simply disappear? Did the problem actually go away? Share your experience with us by joining the conversation in the comment section below. Please click the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.